Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the FinTech 2018 conference. I'm very happy to be here with you. I think it's a very exciting day. We have a brilliant and very intense agenda ahead of us. As you could have seen, there are top speakers and very crucial topics nowadays that we will be debating together with you. Hopefully, it will be also a way to exchange knowledge, to learn from our experts here, but also to learn from you as participants and as guests. I would like also to welcome and greet people that are watching us from the internet. This event is actually live streamed, also available on the Facebook page of the Tech Summit conference. And it's my great honor to welcome you on behalf of the CEO and founder of Tech Summit events, David Chaiko. And I think that it's very important that what we are experiencing here today is not only a conference, it's a set of initiatives that aims and looks at Bratislava to strengthen its capacities and its positioning in the center of Europe and going beyond. So I invite you to look at what is happening not only as a debate that can trigger vision and unlocking, hopefully, legislations and also a better cooperation between the fintech industries, the start-uppers, but also the legislators, as a way to go ahead and go beyond what is currently happening now. This is, I think, a vision that is a common trait of a union between the people of the business, of the industry, but also of the legislators. The ambition and the vision to see Bratislava and this as a hub, as a very dynamic and alive hub for the future. So it's always a question about timing, right people, right conditions, and also capacities. And I think that no timing would have been better, because if you look at what is happening and how technology is disrupting our business models, and also how this is affecting the financial sector, it's not something that we could have not foreseen, the fact of having technology actually driving sometimes the legislators and maybe pushing forward. But we will be listening about that, thanks to our guest speakers and estimated panelists. I think that is also interesting to notice that for several reasons, technology and also politics are reshaping our world. Just a quick example, if you look at what is happening nowadays in relation to the SWIFT system of payment and transfers, this is something that for political or if you want international relations reasons nowadays has been put on the agenda again by the European Commission. So they are looking at new ways or different ways to use technology to somehow bypass a political impasse. So I think it's very interesting to sit here all together. Today, it's not only about having this conference, it's also about looking at the future. We are having a hackathon just in the room next door that is taking place at 4:30. We'll have the winner of the hackathon. The person will be rewarded with 5,000 euros, so I think it's a good start, thanks to the supporters and the partners. And of course, we have to thank the people that made it possible. Apart from the organizers, of course, we have to thank Tatra banka, we have to thank the Ministry of Finance of the Slovak Republic, and also the British Embassy here in Bratislava. Now, without further ado, I just want to mention also that we will be using Slido later on in the sessions. There will be two streams. Stream number 1 is here, is about the automation of the financial sector. And then stream number 2 will be going outside, close to the reception. You will see that is about who's going to win this fight between the regulators and the enterprises. Like, if there is a way to cooperate together or is one against the other, we will discover this in that stream later on. So those that want, of course, to post questions later on in the day, please use Slido. The hashtag is Fin.Techsummit, stream 1 or stream 2. And now I think that I would like to invite to the stage our eminent guest for this first opening. And if time allows, we will have at the end of their interventions also some questions open to you, to the public. So I would like to ask to join me on the stage Mr. Martin Peter from the Ministry of Slovakian Financial. Please, Martin, thank you very much for that. Thanks a lot. Then we have also Martin Kubík from Tatra banka. Please, Martin, come. And thank you very much for the welcoming applause. And last but not least, the ambassador, Mr. Andrew Garth, please join us as well. Thank you very much. So I think that if, Martin, you don't mind, I would like to give the floor to you for the initial remarks, and then please join us back on the stage here. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello, good morning. Thank you for welcoming me, and thank you all for having this opportunity. Thanks also to Davi and his team. I was here last year, and it was great. And seeing the program and participants and also the attendance, I think it will be even better this year. So I'm really pleased to be here on behalf of the Ministry of Finance to have the opportunity to support this very unique event. I think it's very important why I value this conference is that it is an opportunity for the exchange of ideas. It is the opportunity for people to meet, people that share the same thoughts, and I think this is very important that you have the possibility to meet, to exchange experience, and to meet with the people that have the same mindset. And this mindset is, as you said, going beyond and looking to the future. Why it is important for us at the Ministry of Finance? Okay, taxes, yeah, but that's not the only reason. The tax revenue for us, it's very important because there is a enthusiastic team at the Ministry of Finance. We really try to look beyond and to look into the future of Slovakia. We set up a Center for Financial Innovation this year that brings together people that can exchange their views, also share their thoughts about challenges and possibilities in the fintech for Slovakia. What we've learned, there is a lot of great people in Slovakia. There is a lot of new ideas, innovative ideas. What we want to do is to make their life easier. I'm from the Ministry of Finance, so maybe some numbers, only one. The estimation in 2017 was that the fintech industry, the opportunities for fintechs amount up to $4 trillion of US dollars. So it's 4,000 billion USD. It's a big piece of cake, and I know, it's not a belief, I know that Slovak companies will take part in this opportunity. What we want to do is to make their life easier, also on the platform of Center for Financial Innovation. And what I see is that people like you sitting here in this room and opportunities like this, like Fin.Techsummit, helps to go beyond with challenging the future and using the opportunities, and that is very important. So thank to Fin.Techsummit or TechSummit organizers and all the supporters. Thank to you that you came here and you are eager to share your knowledge and experience. And okay, I think at the Center for Financial Innovation at the Ministry, it's open for you also. So hopefully we will stay in touch. Enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ambassador, would you like to go? Thank you very much.
Well, dobré ráno, vitajte, good morning. Special welcome to those people that are visiting Bratislava for the first time. I see there's a blue sky outside, so it's a good time to actually walk around. It's a shame the Christmas markets are not open yet. Otherwise, you'd have been able to enjoy some of the hot wine as well. Well, my name's Andy Garth. I'm the British ambassador here in Slovakia, but I'm also the British ambassador that is a champion for the financial and professional services sector within Central and Eastern Europe. So 10 countries, right from Poland down to Romania, across to Croatia, that whole area. So I'm very passionate about this sector and, of course, fintech. And I'm really been delighted that we have such an impressive gathering of highly respected, innovative fintech companies here today, including some from the United Kingdom. I would like to thank the organizers, Future Proof Company, for putting on this fantastic event. Last year's summit was a huge success, and I'm very confident that this year's will be even better. Now, as I said, fintech is close to my heart. I'm from the English county of Yorkshire, hence my accent, so a bit northern. And as a Yorkshireman, we are known for 3 things. Now, the first 3 things people would think about would be tea, cricket, and beer, because we're very good at all 3 of those. But in a fintech context, we're also very good about productivity, efficiency, and saving money. A trait of our region is we like to save money as well. And I see those benefits in fintech. Now, as you know, the United Kingdom is a global leader in fintech because we recognize that future economic growth and prosperity are based on innovation. So I hope you've had your coffee this morning. So I'm going to throw in a few of my own statistics as well, but not too many. I've deleted loads. But the fintech sector, the UK fintech sector, is huge already. It employs over 76,000 people. It's also, and that's 76,000 people across 1,600 companies. So it's really got some fantastic scale. And it's also the leading sector for investment as well. So last year, just in the UK, it attracted over 1.5 billion euros in venture capital investment. And a key ingredient for this success is helping firms grow by the industry working very closely with our regulator. And this has created a very special environment in the United Kingdom. It helps, it's developed a flexible and supportive conditions for future growth. And one example is the sandbox concept that we have with our FCA. And that is why half of Europe's top fintech accelerators are based in London. And of course, another important ingredient for growth. So we talked about regulation and working close to the regulator. Another important ingredient for growth is international trade and partnerships. And I stress partnerships here as well. And there's already a number of successful partnerships between the UK and companies in Central and Eastern Europe in financial services. From instant payments to software implementation, open banking projects to digital onboarding, from financial education to bank stress testing. So there's actually a lot going on between my region in the UK, or my country and this region. And of course, I want to step up cooperation even more with this region. Now, so far, I've gone a few minutes without using the word Brexit. But, given what's going on at the moment, and I'm looking a bit tired because I've been following the news overnight, it's time to talk about Brexit. But despite all that you hear in the media, I can sum up the UK position in a simple phrase. You've heard before. While the UK may be leaving the European Union, we are not leaving Europe. But some things will change. And that is our ability to expand the UK's global reach. By being able to sign new free trade deals around the world, Brexit opens up a wealth of new opportunities, including for companies in this region too. Companies who could work with the UK to unlock new and untapped areas for mutual cooperation. So the message I want to leave you with is this. Whatever happens, the UK will remain Europe's fintech centre, and we're very much open for business. So make the most of this summit today. We've got people from around the world We've got representatives from the regional financial industries. We've got British companies here who have with their innovative ideas, products and services that can enhance your competitiveness. I've also got my own fintech expert, Andre, here as well. So if you've got any other questions about what the UK might have to offer or explorations on partnerships, then do talk to Andre. Use this opportunity to make connections, raise your profile, and exchange your ideas, and hopefully, of course, do some business. But most of all, do enjoy the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. Martin, please, CIO from Tatra Banka.
Finance is considered as one of the most vulnerable to disruption by software because it's dealing mainly with information that is actually not having a physical present as a good. This conference is about cooperation between fintechs and companies and banks. What does fintech means? In Wikipedia it is wrote that fintech is financial technology and innovation that aims to compete with traditional providing of financial services to the customers. So it is only about competition, or it is about challenge that we can perceive also as an advantage. I'm coming from Tatra Banka, and I would like to tell you a few words actually about why Tatra, as a bank in small country Slovakia, is supporting coalition and cooperation in this area. What is actually our motivation that we are doing it? I would like to list it in a hierarchical way. There are four. I believe they are very important, and that's the motivation why Tatra is very proactive in this role. First one is actually that the financial world is changing. The customer behavior is changing, but it doesn't mean necessarily only the connection to the mobile applications. It means that also the processes, how we are giving the services to our customers, or the business model, how the financial services are organized, is changing. And it's not about only about the young people. Actually, the whole variety of customers are changing their behavior. I can make one example. We, as a bank, like the first big innovation was maybe not first, but very important, was the internet banking. And at that time, we tried to maximize the added value that we are bringing into the internet banking to our customers. And usually the people were using internet banking when they were sitting in front of the computers. And a few years ago, I don't know, 5, 7, we actually established a team who was supposed to build a mobile application. And at that time, we were thinking that, yeah, it might be that the mobile application will be more for the younger people. But it's not true anymore. Even we in a bank, we took some decisions that were wrong. We were aiming that some of the customers will be, for good, dealing only with the computers and with the internet banking. It's not true anymore. My mother is having 70 years old, is 70 years, and actually she's Googling everything on mobile phone. She's not using computer at all. So also from the mindset perspective, the change is touching all of the customers, not only the younger people. So we believe actually that now it is about adoption, and we would like to play the active role. We don't want to be a guest in the cinema. We would like to be there. We are taking the risk that not all our paths are correct, but we want to participate. So that's the first reason. Second reason is that from certain perspective, we believe that it is not about winning one race. It is about consistency in bringing something new. And as one saying is made, like, if you want to go fast, then go alone. If you want to go far, go together with the others. And that's actually what we are trying to do. We believe that this consistency we can achieve only if we proactively help to build the ecosystem who is actually helping to bring the new thing, the innovation into financial industry. Therefore, we are active in this environment. There are many fintechs who are having ideas. We are having research and development department, but there can be perceived as a prolonged hand on our research and development. They are having hypotheses, we are having data. So mixing this together, if we find an effective way, we are able to achieve actually much more than to do it on our own. And from certain perspective, the coalition or the cooperation can be perceived also from different perspective. At the beginning, we were said that this conference is about many rooms and there is a hackathon. But what this hackathon is about that is taking place in the next room is actually about touching the technology, is touching artificial intelligence. I don't know how familiar are you with, but based on the program, there will be some people that will be presenting. And usually, artificial intelligence you have to learn, like your kids. And it's not sufficient to say one to your kid, brush your teeth. You have to do it thousands of times, otherwise they will forget and they will not brush their teeth tomorrow. In this artificial intelligence, luckily the software can learn easily, but you have to repeat, and repeat. So the hackathon that is running there is actually about trying to use the power of more people to learn the artificial intelligence software in a company. If you are using WhatsApp and you can press the microphone and you can dictate your text and the text is written in the WhatsApp. And then you are reading it and you are correcting it and you are sending it. So that's the learning. So the software behind is actually taking this advantage as a learning. And actually millions of us are learning that software, the artificial intelligence. If you are in a company, in a particular concrete topic, it's more difficult. You cannot learn from the public information. So the hackathon around is trying to find the motivation how to involve all of the employees in a company to learn the software, the particular topic of the company. So again, certain partnership, certain cooperation among many people. So that's the second reason that we really believe that this is helping, and my colleague, Mr. Satur, will be presenting today also how we are proactively helping to build the ecosystem between financial industry and fintechs. There is also a third reason, and it may sound a bit controversial, but actually it's not. We believe that being proactive and helping, we are helping the industry towards all of the attackers that are around and being more successful as an industry. Therefore, we don't mind to partner also with our competition. A few years ago, we have implemented the innovation actually that is called, we partner with a fintech company here in Slovakia that is called Viamo, and we partner with our competitor, the bank called VUB, and actually we established a peer-to-peer tool or social banking tool which enables you to send money in a second and you only need to register, and it is working on the base of connection with the mobile phone number. So once the receiver is customer of one of these two banks and you are having him in your contact list, you can just go to the application, find him in your contact list and send the money in a second. So if you are in a bar and somebody is paying for my bill, I can pay him immediately back. So due to that reason, we believe that we have to be proactive also in a banking as such and not to be super afraid to cooperate with the competition if bringing something new. So that's the third reason. And fourth reason, and actually there's the famous one, we believe that doing this, we are actually helping our country. From certain perspective, our region, actually the middle Europe, Slovakia is the cheaper country than Germany and the others. And yes, the big companies are coming here and they're building their factories. And they're coming because we've got the cheaper labor and the initiative is taken from their side. But if we want to bring more added value work, and I strongly believe that we should be active in this area, usually the research and development centers from the other companies will not come because you are cheaper, because the cost is not the driver of the research centers of those companies. And if we believe that there needs to be some balance between the type of work you are doing in a country, and not only to be a production hub, but being also a smart hub of certain region, we have to take the initiative. We have to show that it makes sense to come here, because there are smart people, as we heard already, and there are the capability, there is the courage to try it on the market, even if it's not successful. Some of you are coming abroad. I was traveling 4 years ago very often to Germany. And I was perceiving Germany as, when I was going there and I was coming from banking industry, I was somehow expecting that there will be everything better in finance. But actually it happened to me that I invited my customers to the restaurant, and I was not able to pay with the card I was having and I was using in all of the countries. I don't know the reason, but no, we are not taking this card, but only this one coming from Germany is valid, okay. Then I noticed that it is quite a custom in Slovakia to pay with contactless card. It was not possible there. It was, there were companies that were using voice biometry, not possible there. It was already possible at that time to withdraw the money with your mobile phone from the ATM machine. So I believe that if the small country is having courage to test all this stuff, it is helping the country to actually bring the higher added value work to the country. So there are 4 reasons why Tatra is proactive in this area and is able also to cooperate with the competitors and with the fintech companies. But it's not only about these 4. Actually, in the ecosystem, something else is missing, and I'm super happy actually that we are standing here together. First one is the country. So we are happy that together with the country representative, we feel we are together in it. And second one, the regulators. And I know that today will be also about regulation in financial industry, because financial industry is one of the most regulated industry in the world. Maybe pharmacy is more difficult, but then we've got a lot of papers that we have to follow. So I'm happy, and I believe that it can be successful in a long run, because we are standing here together, and also all of the parties are somehow realizing that it has to be changed also from their perspective. So I wish you good sharing today. Please give as much as you can. Please take as much as you can. And don't forget that in this ecosystem, actually, there is one guy I missed, and that's the client that's in the middle, and we are doing it because of him. So thank you very much, and wish you a nice day.
Thank you very much, Martin. Thanks a lot for that. Lots of food for thought. And if the colleagues from the technical sector could now project, because we have also a video message from Štefanec, which is a member of the European Parliament.
Fin.Techsummitu. Tak ako v každej sfére nášho života, aj vo finančníctve nám ohromný rozvoj digitálnych technológií otvára dvere k celkom novým možnostiam a finančným nástrojom. Je zrejmé, že legislatívne a regulačné prostredie, ktoré postačovalo pred 10 rokmi, je už dnes ďaleko za požiadavkami a možnosťami trhu. Osobitne búrlivo rastie oblasť finančných technológií a do budúcnosti bude jej význam stále narastať. Musím žiaľ konštatovať, že Európska únia nie je v poskytovaní fintech služieb globálnym lídrom. Ako celok sa nachádza až na 5. mieste, pričom naše spoločnosti sú skôr menšie, do 10 zamestnancov. Majú tiež kratšiu prax ako tie, ktoré pôsobia v Spojených štátoch amerických či v Indii. Je to dané hlavne tým, že na vnútornom európskom trhu stále existuje množstvo prekážok, a to nielen fyzických, ale aj virtuálnych. Zatiaľ, čo v USA, Indii alebo aj v Číne sa tvoria celky s rovnakými pravidlami, v Európe stále narážame na nesúlad jednotlivých národných legislatív. To prináša firmám problémy pri hľadaní nových príležitostí a spôsobuje nedôveru investorov. V neposlednom rade vzhľadom na veľkosť európskych fintech firiem tieto čelia všetkým problémom, s ktorými sa potýkajú všetky malé a stredné podniky. V Európskom parlamente si plne uvedomujeme nutnosť zvýšiť konkurencieschopnosť Európskej únie voči zvyšku sveta v digitálnej oblasti vrátane nástrojov finančného trhu. Projekty ako jednotný digitálny trh a únia kapitálových trhov vytvoria flexibilnejšie a otvorenejšie prostredie pre rast našich technologických firiem a toky kapitálu v rámci Európskej únie. Fintech si však zasluhuje osobitnú pozornosť pre jeho význam do budúcnosti, ale aj vzhľadom na bezpečnosť peňazí a dát, ktoré sú v obehu. V marci 2018 predstavila Európska komisia akčný plán venovaný možnostiam využitia príležitostí, ktoré ponúkajú inovácie v oblasti finančných služieb poskytovaných prostredníctvom technológií. Jeho cieľom je, aby sa Európska únia stala globálnym lídrom na poli finančných technológií. Najdôležitejšie opatrenie je zavedenie celoeurópskej značky pre platformy. Vďaka nej bude firma licencovaná v jednej členskej krajine môcť pôsobiť v celej Európskej únii. Zároveň sa tiež zabezpečí jednoduchší prístup na trh pre nových aktérov. Pre lepšiu komunikáciu a výmenu skúseností bude zriadené Laboratórium Európskej únie v oblasti finančných technológií. Bude slúžiť ako neutrálny a nekomerčný priestor, kde sa budú stretávať európske a štátne orgány s poskytovateľmi služieb a technológií. Budú sa tiež uskutočňovať pravidelné konzultácie a semináre týkajúce sa technológií blockchain a kybernetickej bezpečnosti. Pre experimentálne regulačné prostredia, sandboxy predloží Európska komisia plán s osvedčenými postupmi, ktorý umožní zvýšenie kvality ich činností. Zjednocovať pravidlá budeme aj v oblasti crowdfundingu, ktorým sa stáva čoraz rozšírenejším spôsobom financovania a získavania kapitálu. Dnes je ťažké pre takéto spoločnosti expandovať mimo svoju domovskú krajinu. Crowdfundingovým spoločnostiam bude tiež prideľovaná jednotná značka Európskej únie, na základe ktorej budú môcť pôsobiť na celom jej území. Všetky tieto iniciatívy, keď získajú podobu legislatívnych návrhov, samozrejme v Európskom parlamente určite podporím. Oblasť finančných technológií prudko rastie. Prudšie, ako častokrát stihnú zákonodarcovia pripraviť príslušné zákony. Kým jeden zákon vstúpi do platnosti, prostredie sa už celkom mení. Som preto toho názoru, že úlohou vlád a Európskej únie nie je regulovať každú jednotlivosť, ale vytvoriť také prostredie, ktoré bude slobodné, bezpečné a prorastovo orientované. Len v takomto prostredí budú môcť naše technologické spoločnosti prosperovať, prinášať inovácie a zvyšovať konkurencieschopnosť európskej digitálnej ekonomiky. Vážení účastníci TechSummitu, mrzí ma, že som sa na tomto výnimočnom podujatí nemohol zúčastniť osobne a nemohol s vami bližšie prediskutovať všetky opatrenia, ktoré Európska únia a Európsky parlament v oblasti finančných technológií pripravuje. V prípade akýchkoľvek otázok, návrhov či pripomienok ma neváhajte kedykoľvek kontaktovať. Želám vám úspešný priebeh podujatia a príjemný deň. Všetko dobré.
I think we should also thank our colleague that could not come from Brussels. And now, just to sum it up, I think that there are lots of interesting views today that we will be discussing, coming from different perspectives and from different elements. I can tell you that in a previous life, I was myself working for the European Commission in Brussels in DG Research Innovation, and I was actually dealing with the policy matters. So nowadays I work in the private sector, providing support to the public and the private areas around the world, and this is one of the issues. For instance, the regulations about crowdfunding, alternative finance. I was 1 month ago discussing this at the stock market in Hungary. Same applies also to the blockchain, how this is being regulated right now in Europe. And among this, I think the important part is the role that Slovakia and this region can play. Because as has been mentioned already by the distinguished guest here, there is a tremendous potential. It's dynamic, it's alive, it's young, but it has the ambition, the capacity to go beyond. So I think keeping those elements in mind, I would like to use the last 3-4 minutes that we have available before moving to the next sessions of the FinTech conference or the FinTech Summit. If any one of you would have to pose like questions or have a reflection, we can take maybe 1 or 2 questions maximum, in case, of course, like that you might have one. Yes, you might. Excuse me? No. This session is without slides. The slide will be in the future ones, in the upcoming ones. So if you have a question, please raise your hand, and we will give you a microphone. Yes, so the gentleman here, is anyone able to? Yeah, can you pass the microphone to the gentleman over there? Thanks you very much. Thanks. So if you could introduce yourself briefly.
Hello everyone. My name is Valentin Major, and I'm coming from Romania. Thank you for having us here. A question for the Tatra banka representative. Can you offer some more details on how did you handle the interbank commissions? Because you said that you have a payment system where you're able to send through just the phone number. How do you handle the commissions, the transfer commissions?
Martin, if you don't mind, because that's a technical question, if you could, like be concise, and then of course we will have chances to discuss because he will also be present later on. Thank you.
Hopefully I will explain it correctly, but we just used what is actually available. So we use the payment system in the country that is available, and we just connected the application on the top of it. We invested into that startup fintech company, but actually the payment itself is using the same infrastructure and payment system that is usually running within the country. So the application is only about sharing the information. So actually in the background, the money from one bank to the other are sent completely the same way like before. You just can see it immediately because the reconciliation is just happening afterwards. So there was no big discussion about actually sharing the fees executing this type of payments. So within the bank is for free. Between the banks is taking all the rules and sharing the fees as we are having within the country. So there is certain country clearing, how the payments are executed, and so on. So this was only to actually connect the information. So we use the same infrastructure. And that's usually the topic when you are discussing about peer-to-peer payments. You have to actually, at the moment, you have to use certain infrastructure. It has to be card systems that are behind, or it has to be some SEPA systems that are behind Nostro Loro account of the banks, or you have to build something completely new, like Google can do it on their own, or Facebook can do it on their own. But if you are a smaller company or a bank, you have to be connected actually into one of those systems, and you can cover it by something that is more favorable towards the customers and giving them bigger comfort, but you should use it. It is actually the regulator and the country specific. If we would like to build something new, then it's tremendously complicated and expensive.
Thank you, Martin. Thanks a lot. Is anyone there that would dare to pose a question? So we take the questions from the gentleman. If the colleague could help us also, if you could kindly pass the microphone to the gentleman over there. Please be concise as well in your questions, so we can take maybe another one and then we close the session.
Okay, thank you. My name is Darshan. I'm from India, Bangalore. So it's going to be a generic question. So how are you adapting crypto or crypto exchanged into the banking sector or the fintech world?
If you don't mind, because that's also a very interesting questions, but we have a full round of sessions later on that we'll be discussing in the second stream about that. So I don't know if you would like to be also very concise and just show us.
Just
very shortly regarding the crypto and also, okay, very shortly. We as regulator, as you heard, European Union is doing their stuff. We are also, as I said, we set up the Center for Financial Innovation this year, and it's not just a platform where you can meet, but we are actually discussing things and we are moving things forward. We were discussing cryptocurrencies, we were discussing blockchain, we were discussing crowdfunding, alternative payment systems. What are our 6 steps we want to do in a short time to midterm, like 1 or 1.5 year? One is to set up the innovation hub to actually help you introducing new innovative products and services. Second is to have a look on the possibility of sandbox. Third is the analysis and potential regulation of crowdfunding. Fourth is, I come to your question, is the analysis of the ICO, the tokenization of assets, but the analysis of the possible regulation, the risks and gains we can have as Slovakia. Fifth is the general digitalization of the financial services, so identify barriers and try to remove it. And sixth is the education. We already started with the economics university here in Bratislava, seminar on financial innovation. But coming back to you, so we want to analyze cryptocurrencies, especially in their ICO or tokenization aspects, because we believe that it's changing, it's creating a new stream for financing of real economy, and it has a great potential. Thank you.
Thanks, Martin.
Just one small business answer. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain, we've been analyzing a lot of potential ideas how to use it, and not only in a bank but also among the more banks like in Slovakia. But unfortunately, we are still open, but unfortunately up until now we haven't found actually the reasonable financial model that wouldn't cost much more than it would bring us up until the time we are able to see. So, but we've got ecosystem to cooperate. So if you've got some ideas, just come to us during the break, and we are welcome to talk about potential usage of this in a practical environment.
Thanks a lot for that. So I would like to share with you a couple of technical information and then thank the participants and move on with the summit. As I mentioned before, the second stream would start at 10 o'clock in the other room. This room will be dedicated to the stream number 1, so those interested in the stream number 1, please stay here. The others are welcome to come to the second floor, to the second room. And also, for those of you that are interested in having meetings B2B, we have the application that is available. It's called Good Events, and you can download it if you have not done it, and you can actually go and meet and find the people that you would like to talk to. And of course, as has been said here, the best is the networking and the contacts during the coffee breaks face to face. So I would like to thank very much all the estimated guests, distinguished participants here. I would like to give a big round of applause and thank you for being with us at this opening of the session of the FinTech. Thank you very much.